Hi, welcome to ufin, the voice of the food revolution. For those people tired of the status quo regarding fitness, health, nutrition, and the health of the planet. We'll be honest with you because we can. We're going to give you straight answers to the best of our ability. We're not going to kiss anybody's ass. We're not somebody's lapdog. We do not believe in political correctness because we don't have to be. Lately, health care reform has been in the news, with the President and Congress battling it out over the health care reform bill. I find this very ironic and very interesting that government and health are mentioned in the same breath. The President smokes, drinks. He just had his physical. His cholesterol is over 210. He just made a bet with the Canadian Prime Minister a couple of weeks ago regarding the outcome of the Olympic gold medal hockey game with Canada. The bet was a case of beer. There are pictures of him last year, I believe, on vacation somewhere. He was frolicking in the surf, shirtless, and the tabloid called him buff. If this is buff, then our standards have come down tremendously. He has the body of a 10-year-old boy, and I don't know what gym he's working out in, but he needs a new program or a new trainer. His wife is now the champion of childhood obesity. Nothing personal, but she doesn't look like she's spending a lot of time in the gym either. And I wonder what she's eating. Congress? Pfft. Since 70% of America is overweight, most of the other 30% who aren't overweight are a mess anyway, even though they're thin. Congress being a microcosm of society, what do you think they are? Healthy? I doubt it. What you hear about the health care reform bill is noise about after you get sick and after you start to die. You don't hear a whole heck of a lot about prevention. This is good for the pharmaceutical industry, for the medical industry, because if you're sick or you're dying, heck, it keeps them going. You have the right to be totally out of shape. Eat as you wish. As long as you're getting the correct information, honest information, you're not being manipulated, you can make whatever choice you want for whatever lifestyle you want. As long as you know the ramifications of unhealthy behavior. I would fight to the death for your right to take either choice because I believe in freedom of choice. Do whatever you want. Be happy. But know the truth. Make an informed decision whichever way you go. I choose health, but again, as I've said before, that's me. May not work for you. I had an idea for a health plan. Not that I'm running for office, because I'm not. It just came to me the other day. My health plan idea would be to reward healthy-minded people. Reward them. Give them incentive. You have the right to do whatever you want. You want to kill yourself, that's fine. But I don't want to pay for it. If you get sick by eating crappy food, taking drugs, smoking, drinking, leading an unhealthy lifestyle, living as most of the people who do that call it, or treating themselves as most of the people who do that call it. You want to treat yourself? You want to truly live? Good. You pay for it. I don't want to pay for it. Because potentially you're going to get sick from that lifestyle. And if you do, it should be your responsibility to pay for what you did to yourself. I'm the guy who's in the gym at 4 a.m. I'm a vegetarian. I eat healthy. I work out. Chances are you're going to die from something totally different than what I'm going to die from. So you pay for your health care. I'll pay for mine. You do what you want. People who belong to gyms, who don't drink, smoke, use drugs, eat fast food, eat junk food, don't eat processed food, should have lower insurance premiums. Insurance companies should take care of them. They should be rewarded. They should pay for gym memberships. You should be able to deduct gym equipment and anything having to do with exercise, as far as equipment and gear goes. You should be able to deduct that from your state and federal taxes. On the other hand, let's get rid of the gasoline tax. Gasoline prices are high as hell as it is. It's obscene. And on top of that, they tax the hell out of it, which is even more obscene. American people are being killed with gasoline the way that the prices of gas have risen recently. You could say that gas technically isn't necessary, but until the day comes where someone who invents an engine that runs on something other than gas, which probably has been done already, until that person has the strength of his convictions and the balls to put it on the market and not be bought out by some giant oil company, until that day comes, we're stuck with gasoline. Unless we go back to horse and buggies, which is kind of ridiculous. So we're stuck with gasoline engines. So it is necessary. What's not necessary, though, is alcohol, tobacco, snuff, chew, soda, candy, cakes, snacks, fast food, processed food, sports drinks, juice drinks. None of that's necessary. That's part of the people who say, we're living, we're enjoying life. Good, enjoy it. But it's not necessary because you're treating yourself. And this stuff is probably going to hurt you and hurt your health. People are still going to do these things, no matter what, good information or not. People are going to do these things because that's the nature of people. They're always looking to escape. They're always looking for that next good feeling. That's since caveman times, and it will continue because it's in our nature. So the government is going to get a ton of money if they tax all those things. Tax the hell out of all of those things. That's what I say. You want to treat yourself? Fine. You pay. I don't want to pay. Tax the hell out of it. Then you can have all the fun you want. If enough people put pressure on the government to improve the health conditions in this country through nutrition, the government will have no other choice but then to change. We're very strong if we stick together. It probably won't happen because most people are weak and they don't want to go that route. I'm going to keep fighting though because that's just the way I am and that's what I do. Maybe you could help tomorrow's children from suffering some of the problems that today's children are having, and that's why I do what I do. Another irony is that the government is one of the biggest enablers in many ways, but the one that I'm thinking about is farm subsidies, something that most people don't think about. The government pays farmers billions of dollars a year to grow cotton, corn, soy, and wheat. Particularly corn, it's almost up to $10 billion a year that the federal government pays farmers to grow corn. And corn makes high fructose corn syrup, which is in almost every processed food you could think about. Empty calories, it makes you fat, it's garbage. Back in the day, to try to keep the small farms afloat, the federal government paid farm subsidies to the small farmers. But as with anything else, once the government has a rule or a law, they're very reluctant to change it. Even after years later, it's not working anymore. At the very least, it's just not effective, and at the very worst, it becomes detrimental. We're at the point where it's detrimental. The biggest farms get the biggest subsidies, and the more money these gigantic farms get today, because it's not the mom and pop operations of days gone by. Farms today are highly mechanized, technical, computers. They're giant companies. It's not mom and pop on a tractor with a few pigs and chickens running around. Forget about that, even though that bucolic image is the one that they put in the media and in books and magazines and television and the internet and all of that. Forget it. That's basically gone. The big companies get big subsidies. They grow more corn. They buy more land. They push mom and pop out. They buy more land. They grow more corn. They're getting a salary from the government, and this allows them to sell corn very cheaply to the junk food producers, Kraft, Sara Lee, Pepsi, Coca-Cola. It's easier and cheaper to eat crap food than it is to be healthy, thanks to your government. More next time. Thanks for listening.